Hello YouTube. This is a video response to Pastafarian Dan and his video where he stipulates that what Adam's original sin was is that he did not accept the animal partners which God had given to him in the garden before the woman was made. It's a very entertaining video and I recommend it. And he did ask for my thoughts on this, and I think that Genesis 2:20 may actually be a polemic against bestiality, and in particular practices of the Canaanite religion, Baal worship. For some background, I'm going to read Genesis 2:18 through 22. Then Yahweh Elohim said, "It is not good that the man should be alone. I will make him a helper as his partner." So out of the ground Yahweh Elohim formed every animal of the field and every bird of the air, and brought them to the man to see what he would call them. And whatever the man called each living creature, that was its name. The man gave names to all cattle, and to the birds of the air, and to every animal of the field. But for the man there was not found a helper as his partner. So Yahweh Elohim caused a deep sleep to fall upon the man, and he slept. Then he took one of his ribs and closed up its place with flesh. And the rib that Yahweh Elohim had taken from the man, he made into a woman and brought her to the man. So I think this is making a very specific point that animals are not to be partnered with humans. And it seems that this may be a response to the story of Baal and Mot, and that's attested to in the Ugaritic literature. I'm going to read the appropriate excerpt from this book, Canaanite Myths and Legends, from that story. Mightiest Baal obeyed. He loved a heifer in the pasture, a cow in the fields by the shore of the realm of death. He did lie with her 77 times. She allowed him to mount 88 times, and she conceived and gave birth to a boy. Mightiest Baal did clothe him with his robe, missing text here, him as a gift for the beloved one. Several different times Mot, the god of death, is referred to as being beloved of El. So it seems that Baal has conceived this child to offer as a substitutionary victim to the god of death. So I think that Genesis 2:20 is specifically in response to wanting to avoid the intermingling of Yahwist worship with the Baalistic practices in this literature. So I think that may be the reason that that exists, and also the prohibitions against bestiality and child sacrifice in Leviticus. This is from Leviticus 18:21 and 23, and 20 verses 1 and 2, 15 and 16. You shall not give any of your offspring to sacrifice them to Molech, and so profane the name of your God. I am the Lord. You shall not have sexual relations with any animal and defile yourself with it, nor shall any woman give herself to an animal to have sexual relations with it. It is perversion. The Lord spoke to Moses, saying, say further to the people of Israel, any of the people of Israel, or of the aliens who reside in Israel, who give any of their offspring to Molech shall be put to death. The people of the land shall stone them to death. If a man has sexual relations with an animal, he shall be put to death, and you shall kill the animal. If a woman approaches any animal and has sexual relations with it, you shall kill the woman and the animal. They shall be put to death, their blood is upon them. So I think that it's not necessarily a moralistic revulsion toward bestiality itself, but rather the story of Baal and Mot is part of the Baal epic, and it may be that as part of the practices of the religion, there would be dramatic recreations of these stories. So forbidding this activity would, in effect, eliminate the possibility of these practices to be incorporated into the Israelite Yahwistic religion.